Hey guys.
Alright folks, we're here today to check out a Patreon request from this Patrono right here. He hit us up with some fucking Draconian. It's been ages. Fuck, since the last album came out.
Yeah.
Since then, we haven't checked anything from Draconian. So anyways, the name of the song is End of the Rope. I'm going to tread lightly on this one. You know, just saying. I don't want to upset anybody out there, any sensibilities out there. So, are you ready? Yeah. Are you ready for this? Are you excited?
I'm ready for this.
All right, let's fucking go. Let's do this. Wow. Oh, God, man. Draconian is like a buffet for the soul. You know, it's like, fuck, it's all you can eat. Like, I take it all.
It's like a cleansing for the soul.
Oh, fuck.
Less like a buffet, more like a cleansing. Like,
well, after the buffet, you definitely need a cleansing.
no,
so.
but I'm saying, like, you know those, like, when you're sick and your grandmother gives you that bowl of medicine and water and they put you underneath with the hot water and shit?
Yeah.
Have you ever done that?
Like hot boxing.
Like, they hot box you with,
I
like,
know, it's to clean
Vicks
up your
water,
sinus.
Vicks
Yeah, it's to
water
clean
and
up your
shit.
sinus.
That's exactly what this is.
Okay.
It's a hot box of Vicks water.
Fuck, it cleans you
It
up.
cleans you up, man.
It cleans you up. But
It's something you didn't know you needed until you tried it, and then it's like you can't.
You know, obviously I've never heard every single song from Draconian, and
Of course.
that's on me.
Mm-hmm.
But every time we check out one of their songs on the channel, I'm blown away by the quality of the tracks. I think they're one of those bands that I'm sure if I
You could pick out. Dude,
I
you
could pick up any record, pick up any song, I could go like this, and I'm gonna find a
gem.
a gem, a solid track. It's just what they do.
Yeah.
It's just what they do. What can I say?
I mean, there was that song we did on the channel, Death Come Near Us.
Yeah.
Or Death Come Near Me. And that song makes you buy, if you wanted to buy that song individually, you can't. You need to buy the entire album on
okay.
iTunes. And to be honest, I was like, fuck it, that's okay. And I bought the entire thing, and then I bought it for that song, but then, like, I'll be listening to shit, and then a song from the album will come up, and I'm like, let me try this. Good. Next one. Let me try this. Good. It's like, there's no miss. It's not a hit or miss. It's always a hit.
Yeah. These guys are fucking insane. All right, so let's talk a little bit about the song. What hit you harder on this track?
I mean,
The sound, the experience, the vocals, the lyrics, like what?
I mean, it's one of those things where it's like the ending too. I mean, the way it ended, I love that piano. I love that.
It's a perfect ending.
Oh,
because that piano at the end, that melody is the main core melody of the track, and
but it's been stripped.
It's been stripped. And you know what I thought interesting? If you look at the clean vocals, the female clean vocals on the track, the melody of her vocals matches the same aroma that you get from the piano at the end.
Yeah.
It's almost like if you had her humming the same melody at the end, but instead of doing that, you have the piano doing it for her.
It's just a stripped version of what we were getting before.
Beautiful.
But it's beautiful.
But it's stripped version, but it matches her essence more than anything else.
More of it's a stripped version, but it still has the elegance that she brings to the table.
Perfectly said. I thought that was a great way to finish the song.
But I mean, overall, it's a Draconian song, dude. I mean, I wasn't expecting. I was whenever I listen to these guys, I always expect the highest, and they never disappoint. When it comes to the harsh vocals, when it comes to the angelic vocals, you're always getting a good combo, and they always do it in a way where they play off of each other in such a way where I don't get tired of either vocal.
But this
and both vocals play so well with each other.
This song to me felt like a pure duet.
Yeah.
Because the not only the vocals were feeding of one another, but the lyrical content was feeding of one another. So there was a little. It's different from a track where you have harsh vocals in the verses, clean vocals in the chorus, and they're there not necessarily to play off of one another, but to create some sort of dynamic to make the song feel like it has a lot more movement. To change. The air, if you will, of the track as you're going from a darker, more somber presence to a more elevated, brighter spot. Normally, it's a little bit more mundane, the reasons behind it. It's a little bit more straightforward, the reasons behind it. On this track, I felt was a little bit more intricate. It felt more like a pure duet. That's how it came across to me. And as I was listening to this song, I thought to myself, I'm a big fan of Nick Cave in the Bad Seeds. A big fan of Nick Cave in the Bad Seeds. Now, he has a duet with Cal Minogue that's called Where the Wild Roses Grow. It's about a guy who falls in love with a woman and he kills her because he loves her so much that he cannot share her with the world. So by killing her and keeping her in this watery garden where the wild roses grow, he's able to keep her for himself because only he knows she's there, so he can go see her every day that he wants to go see her and be with her. So the love that he had for her drove him to kill her. So this song to me is what would happen if Nick Cave and Kylie Minogue did a Death Doom song, if they wrote it and then they performed it. Because this track, in terms of, and I'm not talking about how they sound, how the track comes across, I'm talking about from a pure structural point of view, how the song moves, the momentum of the song, the feel of duet that the track has. You go play that song, you go listen to that song, and that song has a lot of images that match the vibe that this track has. And I'm not trying to say here that one song is copying. No, no, no. It's just that when you write a song that has that sort of emotion, that has that sort of essence, and there's somebody else who writes a song that has that kind of essence, they kind of intertwine with one another, because at the core, the songs both have the same kind of values. They have the same idea. They have the same nuances. They have the same thought process. You know what I mean? It's like if you're watching Ip Man 1 and you're watching Ip Man 3. They were done by different directors, but it's still Ip Man, and you kind of get the feel for it.
Yeah.
You understand what I'm getting at? Or like watching a Bruce Lee movie. Enter the Dragon and Big Boss is not necessarily the same movie, but they both feature Bruce Lee beating the shit out of everybody else. So you kind of get the idea. So I was listening to this and I was reminded of that track from Nick Cave. I'm a big fan of his. And I love that. I love that because they were able to create this incredible nuance between the two of them, really feeling like a duet more than anything else. And to me, that was another thing that I thought was really important on this track. Two things that I thought was really important. And that was the guitar melody when the harsh vocals are coming through. That somber, almost feeling of despair that guitar melody has in such a subtle way matches those harsh vocals. The same despair that he's delivering those vocals with. They were very methodic, very almost premeditated, like there was thought process in terms of how you deliver them. That melody, the somberness of that guitar melody playing in the background becomes the soundtrack of what he's saying. It was beautiful. It was so emotionally driven. I thought it was one of the highlights of the many highlights that this track has. The other one is the drum sound. I love the fact that the drum sound is compact. You don't hear the splashing of the cymbals in the back. The drums are not moving laterally. There's not this sense of expanding and compressing, which works for some songs, but not for this. This is a track that needs everything to be very robust, to be very compact, so it feels like an experience that you can get out of. You're in there for the duration.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? That drum sound is really important for how the rest of the track develops, but that guitar melody, how it interacts with the vocals, I thought that was the icing on the cake. That was really where everything started to come to fruition. And then obviously her voice was just out of this world.
Yeah.
Out of this world.
But it always is.
The way Draconian, the way they work, as the band has had different female vocalists, but the way they work with that style of vocals and who they bring into the band add those vocals is always quality.
But it's always been the same experience, no matter who they've.
No, because they're not just looking at what the person can do in terms of singing. They're looking at what the person can bring in terms of the emotion that the music needs.
Yeah.
And for a band like them, the emotion that you bring is as important as what you're bringing.
Exactly. But like I said, it's always been a same experience, in my opinion. Like, every song I've listened to Draconian, it's always been the same. I've always gotten the same experience, but it seems different. Like, it seems like I'm only listening to them for the first time in my life.
It's like the Bruce Lee movie.
Yeah.
Every movie is a different experience, but it's the same Bruce
Lee.
Lee.
It's the same thing, yeah.
It's the same Bruce Lee beating the shit out of everybody.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So, fucking love it. There's not much else I can add to this. It's just a phenomenal track. Beautiful track. Nick Cave would be proud. Alright, on that note, guys, thank you for watching this video. Hit us up in the comment section. Let us know your thoughts on Draconian. We'll see you all at the next video.
See ya.